Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. Now today, as you can see in my title, I'll be talking about moving to Canada with children and getting them registered for school. I came to Canada with my two daughters. One is 6 and one is 10, and they're now attending school here. Some things to consider when you get to Canada. You have to make sure that when you're finding a house, that you check the school district to see the best school district that exists in the area that you're going to live, because that determines the school that your child will attend. The Fraser Institute ranks schools in Ontario, and that will give you a good idea of the best school. And based on the ranking of the school and your preference, you can start looking for apartments within the particular area. You can go on ontario.compareschoolrankings.org. I'll list it in the description box, and you will find the rankings of the various schools, and that will give you a clear idea of how the school is performing in different subject areas, example, literacy or mathematics. Well, that was very important to us, and so we made sure to check the rankings, and based on the rankings, we made a decision as to where we wanted to live so that our kids would be able to go to a good school. Now we have different types of schools. We have the elementary school or the public school. There is also the French immersion school, the Catholic school, right? Those are private school. The French immersion school, it would be a good idea if one parent speaks French, as it would help the child to perform better, well, in my opinion. Then there's a Catholic school. If you're Catholic, you can enroll your child in the Catholic school. I'm told in some areas you're still allowed to go to the Catholic school, even though you're not Catholic. We opted for the elementary school, so our kids go to an elementary school and they go for free. You do not have to buy Hi! You do not have to buy school material. Well, in my country, I had to buy school material, school supplies for my kids. I didn't have to buy much. I still bought some because that's what I'm accustomed to. But they're given books at school, and they're given folders and crayons. Most of their school supplies they receive at school, so that saves me some coins. So yeah, now let's look at the documents that you might need. So you're going to need proof of birth. So you can provide one of the following. You may provide a birth certificate or passport or a baptismal certificate or registration of birth. Any of those documents can be used to show proof of the child's birth for registration. Also, you will need proof of address. So you can provide your current lease agreement, current utility bill, current property tax bill, which I mean most newcomers won't have, your current home phone, cable bill, internet bill. Please note that they do not accept your driver's license as proof of address. Okay? Other document that you may show for eligibility to attend for permanent residence and Canadians born outside of Canada, you may provide your Canadian passport, Your Canadian citizenship, well, those are not for newcomers. Your record of landing or your confirmation of permanent resident status or your permanent resident card. Those are the documents that you would show for your eligibility as a permanent resident or a Canadian citizen. So make sure that all these documents are provided in order to register your child and for you to just have a smooth process when you visit the school board. Now, I was able to do it online. There was a pre-registration service available online, so I registered my kids online. And after I registered them online, I was instructed to go to the school to take in the documents, which I did. And they registered my children and they were placed in their classes. Now, at my kids' school, they didn't have to do a test to be placed, but I know that my friend, when she came and she landed in Brampton, I'm in London, but my friend, she had landed in Brampton and her son went to school in Brampton. He had to do a test for him to be placed, but my kids didn't have to do any tests. I had also brought documents from their previous school, like their school reports, progress reports, and so on, but they didn't ask for any of those. But it's still a good idea to take them because depending on where you are in Canada, they may require it. But where I am in London, they didn't require their previous school records. They only needed the documents that I mentioned. And my kids went to school and they really enjoyed it. Now, when you go to school, you have to buy 2 pairs of shoes. I mean, for your child, they are not allowed to wear their outside shoes inside the classrooms. So you have to buy a pair of shoes for outside and a pair of shoes for inside. Yes. In Canada, there are school buses that will pick up the students, but it depends on where you live. If you live very close to the school, you might not be picked up by the school bus. Therefore, if you want to know whether or not your child is allowed to ride on a school bus or eligible to ride on a school bus, you can input your address on www.mybigyellowbus.ca and it will tell you whether or not your child is eligible to go on the school bus. Now, I'm going to insert some clips of my kids heading to school and my kids on their way back from school. Remember, whatever I share is based on my own experience. Everybody's experience is different. So I hope that you will learn something if you're coming to Canada with kids and you need to have them registered for school. I will include 2 slides with the documents that I had mentioned earlier that are required to register your child for school. Don't forget to like, subscribe, share with a friend. I appreciate all those who have viewed my content so far, those who have subscribed. I appreciate you, and I'll continue to share. I'm sorry I'm not as consistent as I ought to be, but whenever I can, I will post. Have a great day. Bye. Okay, so my kids are going on the bus and waving goodbye. So they're picked up by the bus and the bus drops them off on their way from school. Bye, Demoya. That's the school bus.
2 degrees and are freezing cold. There's literally cold air coming out of her mouth. I know. And my fingers are freezing. If you're from the Caribbean and you want to come to Canada, make sure you can deal with the cold. Not easy. Can't wait for winter though. But my favorite season is winter. Besides the cold, I love snow. My own is summer. We gotta play at snow at school and it's so fun. My fingers were freezing, but I didn't care. Let's snow. I love summer. It's the nice. I like winter.
Hi guys. I'm going to pick up my girls from the bus. They're coming from school. It's currently snowing. And the bus should be here in the next 2 minutes. And my girls will be home from school. I'll see if I can catch a small clip of them getting off the bus. Stay tuned. Now the bus is coming. It's almost here. Can you see the snow on the sidewalks? So that's the bus. And my kids are going to get off the bus now. In the snow, it's so cold. It's so cold. Oh my gosh. But it feels good. There goes my Dani. Hi, Dani. My sweet baby. Cover your head with the jacket, honey.
If you're wondering where my lunch kit is, it's in my backpack.
Okay, baby. Let mommy help you. We're waiting on your sister now to get off the bus. Is she at the back of the bus?
I don't know.
Oh, you didn't see her?
She just ran past me.
Sorry?
She ran past me.
Okay.
Bye, Selena.
So the bus picks them up in the morning and it takes them back in the evening.
Mommy, are you going up?
There's Damoya. She's coming. Hi, Damoya. Come, Damoya.
Mommy.
Oh, thank you. How are you?
I'm good.
Okay. Guys, remember to check out my other videos. I have one on health care in Canada, applying for health card. There's another video on how to apply for PR. Remember to check out my other videos on Canada Bound and subscribe. Bye.